Parks and Joe Budden conversationally jump Emany. What's up, y'all, man? I heard a little situation happen over the last pod with people they kind of like, Joe Budden and Parks is kind of schooling Emany. And I watched another video. Shout out to the homie Elevation. He does a lot of Joe Budden coverage, man. Go check his channel out. I watched this video. But homie Danny from the stop, he dropped one. So we gotta see how he breaks it down his own way. We slant to the stop. Name this video, Joe Budden and Parks check Emany for unprofessional behavior. Plus some with Patreon, whatever. But I want to just take the Emany part. Let's jump in this clip. Let's roll.
I was raised in an era where that was like frowned upon. As a studio guy, like you can't be like just part of the code that I was brought up in. No, you don't take pictures of them that come in the studio or any studio or anywhere where they're not posing or expecting to be taking pictures of.
I was polite enough to ask the man if that was okay. My niece loves Rod Wave. When he was here, I was like, yo, you mind? I put the face on so my niece can say hello. Oh. Nah. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. You get money and start acting like...
Joe Budden and Park's check Emany for unprofessional behavior. Rod Wave just did an interview with the Joe Budden Podcast, and people are saying it was a good interview, though it kind of fell off and reminded me of why I sometimes hate artist interviews. But the bigger picture is that after the interview was done, Emany would go to Rod Wave and FaceTime his niece. Now, some of you might be saying this isn't a big deal, but I thought it represented something unprofessional. Like, I used to listen to Howard Stern and other big radio productions, and that was something you did not do. Usually when the guest comes, all of the staff that work on the show are told, you leave the guest alone. Well, Joe Budden would bring it up a little bit later into the Patreon episode after Rod Wave would leave, and he would bring
that, and that's true. That's real true. I mean, I haven't personally worked in that type of crowd, but I just was thinking outside looking in. Celebrities, they get a lot of people approach them. You want to make the experience them coming to your quote-unquote home, your place of business, as comfortable as possible. So I do see them kind of being like, bro, like, you should have left that alone, even, or did that on your own time. I already know Joe. Joe's sarcastic and with his direction. He's sarcastic and, he'll slide it under the table. He won't directly all the time unless he real mad, but he gonna slide stuff under the table or be
up in jest.
Funny with it.
But you can tell that there was an underlining issue, and it was revealed later when Parks himself would go off. Now, this was a real revealing insight into how Parks is kind of the extension of Joe Budden and upholds the professionalism of the show. By no means should Emany have done that. Now, I know it's going to seem a little bit overboard. Parks went into the spiel. He was like, yo, back in my day, this is not something you do when you in the studio. You're not supposed to get at people like that. Right. I even feel like as somebody like you, Emany, like you've been in studios before. This is a lot. This is weird. This was weird, but we'll see how this plays out. I do sometimes think that the Joe Budden infrastructure, the rest of the cast doesn't appear to think of it as a serious operation. Like, they do unprofessional stuff.
That's true.
They constantly flaunt how they don't watch the pod back. They say stuff about the way the operation is run as if they have any insight. And I think this was another indication of that. But let me know what you think. Do you feel like Emany crossed the line? He FaceTimed his niece and then was like, hey, look, it's Rod Wave. And Rod Wave was okay with it, but the issue is that it puts the artist in a position to have to make a decision. Like, what if Rod Wave has said, man, I don't want to speak to your niece. Get out of here with that crap. Now it would create an awkward environment. So that's why you don't even present it. But Emany did cross the line a little bit, and we'll have to see how this goes. Sasha was also back.
Man, I don't know. I feel him on that one. And this is why I watch Daddy. Elevation, that's my dude. I mess with 100 grand, but Daddy does look at things in a professional office setting, and we need that. He looks at it differently than me. I be out here kicking it, trying to see what's up. That's why I do mess with him, and he is 100% correct on that one. Don't get it wrong. It's like, it's not no, oh my God, Emany went crazy type shit. It's just like, yeah, it could have been a time and place for that, man. Or he could have, you don't jump and take the opportunity like that. And then it's kind of weird because Emany, he's a singer. He's been around, even though some of the artists, they think that the way they think is like the other people think. You just gotta be just blank slate. Just, hey, this guy probably don't want to be approached or something, or they busy and stuff like that. It's like, ain't no, oh my God, kick him out the show type shit. But it's like, come on,
and it's
bro.
interesting to see that they have
better.
Sasha as the guest person, and I don't know, I'm just not into Sasha like that. Like Mona, I understand, she's funny, I see her a lot, and to me she's super hilarious when she decides to go on her comedic rants. Like, it almost feels like I'm listening to a real comedian on the show, and she is a real comedian. But with Sasha, I just don't get it. When she asks questions, it's not really any type of insightful stuff going on. So for the most part, I don't see why she's necessary. And it was surprising because I feel like Emmany was on a good run of really great behavior and was falling into the background as Mark Lamont Hill and Queens Flip got at each other. But now he's kind of making missteps, and I don't think this is something he can't correct. I actually think it's something that he can rectify. Plus, I was looking on Emany Patreon, and I saw that he wasn't really posting content on there. He went like 2 weeks. So he posted several times in the month of September. Like, he posted a lot. I'm talking about a lot. And then he pivoted towards only posting like about halfway into the month of October. He did some type of live from his event that went well, but then he didn't actually post any content outside of that one live that he would later take down. So we'll have to see. I wanted to end my video today though by
Betty go get up in it, boy. Betty don't, I was like, Manny, Daddy going to, he always talks about content creation, to talk about how the Joe Budden cast got the leg up, and they got a different position. They got a head start, which he is right though. This content creation stuff ain't easy, no matter which way you slice it. Y'all think of this stuff, it's a lot to it. And then you being even in a step ahead of a lot of content creators, it's still a hard process. And Daddy right, it's like, man, it don't be easy. Y'all be talking a lot of shit, but do it on this other EA start from ground zero up. It's not an easy take, man. But I must leave it right here. I just want to talk about the Emany Park, because I think he's gonna go to the other subject right now. So I'm gonna link it down below for y'all to check the rest of the video out, because I just want to talk about the Emany Park, because I think Emany seem like some cool peoples, and there's also a step back and ain't, oh my God, don't do it. I didn't know where this is going. So we here, it's a live reaction, and it's a whole different subject than what was talked about on Elevation. That's why check out Elevation. JBP too. He had a whole different subject. I thought Daddy was gonna talk about it too, but he didn't though. But man, if y'all made this fire the video, hit that like and subscribe to your boy. Cost y'all nothing, does so much for me and my family, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Go check the video out. Daddy just dropped a bunch of other new stuff too. There's some new stuff on there right now as we speak. I'm out, Joe. Peace.